Take a look at this image of a standard-issue modern combat boot. Today, military forces require completely enclosed, waterproof footwear to protect soldiers. Now look at this stone relief showing the infantry of the Roman Empire. The most effective military force of the ancient world conquered entire empires while wearing open-toed sandals. The Romans possessed regular, soft indoor slippers for casual trips to the bathhouse, but for war, they engineered a heavy-duty tactical shoe specifically for their legions. They called it the caliga. This marble bust shows the third Roman emperor. His actual name was Gaius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, but he grew up in military camps wearing a miniature uniform. The troops gave him the nickname Caligula, which literally translates to little boots. The caliga functioned as the core piece of Roman military technology for over a century. Yet by the 2nd century AD, this highly successful sandal vanished entirely from the Roman arsenal. To understand why, we have to look at how it was built. The construction of the caliga begins with mass-produced ox or cowhide. Shoemakers cut the leather thick to withstand rigorous outdoor use. This animated diagram shows the exact layers of the caliga separating. Most Roman campaigns took place in the hot, dry Mediterranean. The open strap design provided necessary ventilation, allowing sweat to evaporate quickly. This kept the feet dry and prevented debilitating blisters and fungal infections during long marches under the sun. Focusing on the bottom layer, you can see the critical hardware addition that defined the shoe, a strict grid pattern of iron hobnails hammered directly into the sole. These metal studs functioned like tire tread. Marching over abrasive, rocky dirt quickly destroyed regular leather. The iron hardware took the brunt of the friction, extending a single pair's lifespan to roughly 4 months of continuous deployment. That durability was mandatory for military supply lines. Even with a 4-month lifespan, a single standard frontier fort holding 500 men burned through 3,000 pairs of shoes every year. This generated video captures the psychological element of the footwear. Thousands of iron-studded boots striking the dirt in unison created a deafening metallic crunch. The sound terrified enemy lines before a sword was even drawn. The caliga was a highly optimized piece of tactical and logistical technology, explicitly engineered for dry, earthy environments. While iron studs grip dirt securely, they have zero traction on smooth, hard surfaces. This photograph shows the stone architecture of the Jerusalem Temple Mount. In 70 AD, a Roman centurion named Julianus led a single-handed assault against defending forces, right here on the temple's paved courts. Historical accounts detail that as Julianus turned to regroup, his iron hobnails slipped on the smooth marble floor. He fell flat on his back and was immediately killed by the opposing fighters while stuck on the ground. Here we see the snowy, harsh landscape along Hadrian's Wall in Britain. The empire was expanding out of the warm Mediterranean and into increasingly hostile northern climates. In these northern provinces, the open straps failed completely. Walking through a simple field of morning dew instantly soaked a soldier's woolen socks, leaving their feet freezing and wet for the rest of the march. As the Roman legions moved away from dry dirt and marched into freezing rain and paved urban centers, the exact design features that made the sandal effective originally became severe physical vulnerabilities. This photograph shows a Roman silver denarius. In the early empire, the state centralized footwear production. Soldiers paid for their standard-issue sandals through a mandatory 1% deduction from their annual silver salary. This technical image shows the archaeological remains of hobnailed soles. We can see the massive scale of this state-run supply chain at the Vindolanda Fort in England, where archaeologists have excavated 7,000 discarded military shoes from the surrounding ditches. This flowchart illustrates an economic shift in the 2nd century AD. The army stopped the automatic payroll deductions. Instead, they issued a direct cash bonus called a calciarium, or shoe money. This placed purchasing power directly into the hands of the individual soldiers. Roman troops stationed in freezing northern outposts took that new cash allowance and completely bypassed the centralized army supply. They paid local civilian cobblers to build footwear suited for the actual weather conditions. This illustration compares the open straps of the original sandal with a fully enclosed leather boot called the carbatine. Driven by direct soldier demand and local purchasing, these winter-ready ankle boots rapidly spread across the ranks, permanently replacing the old sandals. The caliga fell out of use as a direct result of military payroll reform. When soldiers gained the financial flexibility to adapt to their local environments, they chose equipment that matched the geography they were actually standing on.